Morning, everyone. How are you on this beautiful day? I was gonna start with a little bit of a warm up here, so make sure you have a little bit of room around you. Like I said, I'm gonna use the band and some weights or soup cans. Oh my God, there's the cutest little baby outside the door. And what else? It just totally threw me off. And any kind of a band, weights, whatever. And we'll get going, guys. So let's take a big inhale up and exhale. And open up the arms. And then let's just reverse it and come around the other way. And around the other way. Good, and just hold from the top. Interlace your hands. I hope you can see the top of my hands. Look down, reach up. And then I'm just gonna bring the arms down, roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. And then I'm just gonna go a little side to side, a little old school fitness for you guys. A little old school side to side, and you'll remember this, I'm sure. And then I'm gonna do a little sweep, and a little sweep, and sweep. Good, and then turn the palms up, and sweep around the other way. Good, and let's do 4, and 3, and I count like Ann, except I think I count better than Ann. And then just a little touch step, side and side. Send those arms back. That's what I've been told, I count better than Ann anyway. Good, now hold it here, I'm just gonna push back and back, arms are gonna go forward. Good, I'm just gonna change that in to a little bicep. As I step back, and go 4, and 3, and 2, and then I'm gonna just heel straight forward, and then press back. And press, that's it. A little heel press, and press, good. And let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and then just walk it out, and walk it out. Just get the blood flowing a little bit, guys. We're gonna go right into the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some bands to this, and then go a little bit wider. And I thought today I'm gonna do a little bit more on the floor today than I have been doing, and then just walk it in. Good, and walk it out. And then let's just hold it there. And just a little more shoulder, we should be pretty warmed up, I hope. And let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, good. Now just to make sure we're there, I'm gonna just turn sideways. We'll just do a few squats, guys. I'm having some issues with my hip right now, so I'm not gonna squat very far, but feel free to knock yourself up. So you're gonna sit your butt back, and then press up. And sit your butt back, push through your heels. And sit, and push, good. And sit, and push, and sit, good. Make sure your abs are in, butt is back, just like you're gonna sit on an invisible chair. And let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. And just hold it there. Just move into your chair position, get your weight back into your heels, maybe lift the arms up, and just hold it there. And then just take your hands onto your quads, just round to the back, and then lengthen out through your spine. And then round it up, scoop the abdominals in, lengthen out, and scoop in, and lengthen out. Let's just do 1 more of those. And then lengthen out. And then either roll up, guys, or hinge, and just come all the way back up. Grab your band, and we're gonna start with a little bit of lat pull downs. Now I broke the band the other day, so I'm using this one. I'm gonna sit on the ball just because I think you can probably see me better from there. But if not, you can stay standing on this one, and I will stand up in a minute, but I'm gonna wrap my thumbs, and then I'm gonna go wide with the band. That's it. And then just come down to that sternum lock. So we'll just do 12 today. So think about the elbows tracking into your sides. Small lift through the chest, use those lat muscles. Good, what number are we on in? Let's say 9. and 10, this is my invisible band, and 11, and 12, good. From there, grab your weights or grab your soup cans or whatever you've got. We're gonna go into just a lawnmower row. So you might want something a little bit heavier. Now you can use your leg for support, maybe use a chair for support. I usually bring my thumb on the top, I don't really know why I do that. And then into a lunge position, and then we're gonna roll up to the outside edge of the pelvis. So your chest is gonna face forward. I'm gonna pause as I pull back, just like I'm starting the lawnmower. So last time you did that. And 6, and 7, and 8. Good, if you're not hanging on to anything, you can use your leg. And 10, and 11, and 12. And then I'm gonna switch sides. So, get yourself in that position, slight hinge forward. The arm comes slightly forward and then up to the outside of the pelvis. My elbow is tracking up toward the ceiling. And forward, that's it, abs are in, nice long line to the back. And 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and here comes 12. We're gonna go back to the band again, but you'll need your weight because we'll do one more set of those, guys. So grab your band. I'll stand for this one, guys. So same thing, I'm gonna hook my thumbs. Now maybe you wanna add some squats with that. I'm gonna stay right here. The action in the upper body is gonna be exactly the same. That's it, pull wide, right about knee up there. And we'll say that's 6, that's it. Use those back muscles, and 7, that's it. Remember you could add that squat, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. We're gonna go back to one more set of those lawnmower rows, so grab your weights. And we'll start again. So assume the position, hinge from the hip, lean forward slightly, outside of the hip, chest is forward. That's it. And 3, and 4, and 5. So nice form. And 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Awesome. Other side. Remember, if you want to ramp this up, again, you could always add a leg. So I could lift, and 3, if I had good balance, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then you're gonna grab both weights now, and we're gonna go back into some squats. So just for today, I'm gonna take the weights, I don't have to, but I'm gonna take them onto my shoulders. I'm gonna get into a wider position with my feet, and then I'm gonna squat. Remember, go lower, guys. Go lower than me. Stick your butt out, and then press to your heels. And 3, and 4, and 5, good. Abs are in. And 6. Get that weight back on your heels. Press through the heels. And 8, and 9, and 10. That's it. We got 2 more. And 11. And then we're going to add on. And you're going to add on better than I am. You're going to add a little squat and lift. And a little squat and lift. And squat and lift. Or try to get that weight back and lift. And squat. And squat. Good. And let's do 4. And 3. And 2. And last 1. Bring it down. Keep your weights. You're going to go in wider, base to support, and then upright rows. You think you should be good at this one by now. Good. Elbows flare out to the side. Abs are in. Feel free. embellish, add some squats each time, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and pump it up, and 11. Now we're gonna go right into an overhead press. So if overhead press doesn't work for you with the weights you pick, remember you always have that option of going laterally. So otherwise I'm gonna come forward, luggage in the luggage rack, and 3, I'm gonna try to keep the tension out of my neck. Don't let the weights get too heavy on this one, guys. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11. Now we're gonna come back to the first one, but right now, we're gonna go into the side, now move into a lunge, and I'm just gonna add bicep curls. So same thing, guys. That's it. See if you can get your knee a little closer than me. Stay upright while we go down the carousel horse. And 5. That's it. Try to keep solid through the wrists. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. We got 2 more. And 11. And 12. Let's switch your knee to the other side. I'm going to change those to hammer curls. So remember, wide base of support. That's it. And drop down. And back up. Good. And drop that knee down. And it's hammer time. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. My lay mask. Lunges. Here comes 12, guys. We're coming back to the center. Take a little break. Take your ear to your shoulder. Make sure you're not harboring any tension in there. And then we'll go back to those upright rows. So now I'm going to lift, elbows out to the side, and 2, and 3, and 4, good, and 5, and 6, and 7, good, nice, easy, or easiest grip you can get without dropping the weights, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Here comes that overhead press again. So I'm going to change it up a little bit this time, so I'm going to rotate this time. So I'm going to bring the palms so they face each other, then the palms face out. That's 3. That's it. If you want to sit, feel free. And 5. Just make sure you're standing tall. I think that was 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. We're going back to that lunge. We'll go into alternating this time. So we'll alternate weights as you drop down. And 3, we'll just do 12, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. I think you know how the rest of it goes. And 11, and 12. Good. I'm going to face to the other side with my lunge. I'm just going to work with alternating arms on this one as well. And I'm going to alternate back. So hinge at your elbow joint, keep the elbow back behind you, and 5, and 6, good, and 7, drop that knee down, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, here comes 12, guys, and then bring it up, find your band, leave these guys for a minute. Now, we're either going to do a little side lift or you can use your band. I broke the band the other day. So my bands are really short. So you might want to just choose this exercise. So I'm going to hang on and I'm just going to do side leg lifts. Now, if that's not working for you, you can always do this one here. if your band is long enough, and then just step sideways. That's it. Maybe do 8 one side. I don't know how much space you have in your house. Or you're still here, and I'm going 8, standing tall, and 9, lift out of that hip, and 10, 11, and 12, and then switch sides. So remember, if you're doing the ones with the band, try not to be the penguin doing this. Try to stay upright, otherwise I'm lifting, stay out of this hip, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, or maybe you're walking still. Don't forget to come back. It's not a coffee break, guys. And 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Now, I'm gonna go down to the mat, so hopefully you're gonna be able to see me. I'm gonna give you a couple options on this one. We've been doing this one standing up. So you could do your leg lifts from here. So that would be an option. Your other option, well, actually there's a couple options, is that I'm just gonna do leg lifts from here. Your other option would be to put the band on the bottom of your foot, if my band was long enough, and then lift and lower. My band is a little too short for that. So I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna have my toe facing down. That's it, neutral position with your spine. And let's say that's 10, because I was talking too much, and 11, and 12. Then the other leg. So if your band is long enough, use it. Otherwise, I'm gonna get my hands underneath my shoulders, not too high with that lift, toe is pointing down, and 3, or you're on there, have your hands on your chair, and 5, so many options, and 6, and 7, and 8, let's see, and 9, and 10, and 11. Now I'm gonna go back, switch to the other side, same thing, you can still be on your chair, guys. And here we go, Jane Fonda, here we come. And then push up, and 2, and 3, so flex the foot, push the ceiling away, and 4, and 5, or you may be standing on this one, and 6, and 7, and 8, so you might be here, and 9, and 10, and 11, this knee is a little soft, and switcheroonie. So take the other leg up for wherever you are, guys, and press. And 2, good, keep looking, and 3, and 4, I'll count for you, how's that? And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, I can see you, and 10, it's like romper room, 11, I see you in, and 12, and take it down, guys. Then grab your weights. I wouldn't pick too heavy weights for this one. So I'm gonna take my little lube implant ones, and either you can be in your standing position. We've done this enough that I think you've got this one, so that you're gonna take that hinge back from here, and then we're gonna do that lift and lower. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you have the option of sitting on the ball and hinging forward and lift. So there's that little softness in the elbows. Sometimes we do this one with the chest against the ball, and you're gonna do 12 of these. Don't swing, lift. That's it. And 5, and 6, and 7, watch for tension in the neck, and 8, hold that up, and 9, and 10, and 11, here comes 12. We're gonna go right into an alternating arm. Now, if your weights aren't too heavy, guys, you can do both at the same time. Otherwise, I want you to alternate, so remember, no swinging. You're lifting the arms up and back, good. And lift, good, try to get that tension on your neck. That's it. And 5, and 6, or something like that. I think I way lost that one. And 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Find that hinge again, guys, and then take that lift again. So remember, I can be up standing, and 2, and 3, good, and 4, those softness in those elbows, no swinging, and 6, abs are in, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. And then I'm just gonna change the next one up. So I want you to stay in that hinge position, and this time we're just gonna push up. So I just changed it up a little bit, and 2, so arms are straight, push your palms to the ceiling. And 4, you still got that hinge supported by your abdominals. And 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and here comes 12. Shake it out. Now we're gonna go into these, I'm gonna get rid of the weights for these. And we're just gonna do some sort of fake deadlifts. So I'm gonna come into a parallel position. I'm gonna take my hands on the side of my head, and I'm gonna hinge and lift. And I'm gonna hinge. So my knees are gonna be slightly back, and I'm gonna hinge up and over. So I'm trying to get parallel to the floor. So they're kind of fakey deadlifts. And then hinge forward, and hinge from the hip, and hinge forward, and hinge from the hip. I'm not counting. So let's do 4. That's it. You should feel this in the back of the hamstrings and your glutes, I hope. And 9, 10, 11, I'm only gonna do one more of these, and 12. And then let's go into a little bit of calf raises, so you might need something to hang on to. I'm determined I'm gonna get down on the floor a little bit earlier. So parallel position, and then you're gonna lift and lower. So try it as a balance exercise, guys. That's it. So straight up, try to stay on all 10 toes, and 4, if balance is not working for you today, hang on to something. And 7, go straight up. And 8. That's it. And 9. And 10. Balance. 11. And 12. Good. Go into your single leg. So just transfer the weight and try for 10. We're just going to do 10 just to make sure we get through it. And 3. And 4. Straight up. And 5. And 6, I don't know, 2 is hard. And 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and then switcheroo. And then lift, and lower, and lift, and lift. Good. Lift, and let's do 5, and 4. Go straight up, and 3, try to pause. And 2, and last 1, and then just run through the feet. So just alternately stretch through the feet, maybe even come to the top of your toes. That's it, just transfer, and transfer, and transfer. And then just hang on to something if you can. Take one leg back, one leg forward. Let's just stretch out the calves. So watch your alignment of your knee. Back leg hopefully is parallel, head to left, make sure it was. And I'm just going to slide that back leg in and sit and try to get a little bit deeper into the calf. The calves. And then up, and then other side, guys, from where you are. You might not need to hang on to anything. Take that weight a little bit forward so you can feel that stretch in the back of the calf. And hold it there. And then move that foot in a little bit closer and sit a little bit more on this one. Sometimes you can feel it, sometimes you can't. And then maybe you have a ball, maybe you have the chair. I'm just going to use the ball for this one, and I'm just going to roll forward and then round back up. So do the same thing if you're on the chair, guys. Just lengthen out through your spine just to stretch out. Scoop the tailbone under. Come back in, and let's just do a couple more. And back. That's it. and then bring it all the way up, so roll it all the way up. We're going down to the floor. So have your ball where if you have a ball, I'll show you what you can do with it once you're down there. Make sure you have some weights. We'll just do a little bit of chest. So weights on either side like we have been doing. Probably something, reasonably heavy. And that's it. Hopefully you can see me, guys. That's it. And my little Easter decoration. It's the best I could. I couldn't even decorate the studio this year. So I brought along a few decorations. So from here, let's go into a little bit of bridging. Now, I could put my feet onto the ball. I could put my feet onto a chair and then lift and lower, or none of the above works. I'm just gonna lift and lower. So let's do 12 of these, hold at the top and back down. Maybe you're here, change it up a little bit. I just happen to have the chair, so I'm gonna use it. That's it. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Bridging makes the world go round, guys. And 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, and lower down. Bring the feet down, grab your weights, and let's go into, we'll just go into a chest press. So have your palms facing your knees, and then come around over the chest and back. It's like the lat pull down, except I'm going up toward the ceiling, but the idea is the same. I'm coming to the wide end of the triangle and then to the narrow point of the triangle. That's it. And you shouldn't have to worry about coming too low with the weights, because you're gonna hit the floor before anything else happens. On a bench, so I know the bench sometimes we tend to go a little bit too low. That's it. I don't know what number we're on. I'm saying 10 and 11. And 12, just lower the weights back down. Now let's go into a sequential roll. So take an inhale, scoop the pelvis, roll it up. So roll up through your spine, take an inhale, and then exhale and articulate down, upper, middle, lower, as you come back down, good. Press into your feet, go again. So take an inhale, scoop the pelvis, exhale to roll up, take an inhale at the top, and then exhale to articulate down all the way. Pick up your weights again. And this time you're gonna start with the palms facing out towards your knees, and then rotate. So the palms are facing each other, and then out to the side, and then rotate. So have that feeling that you're coming around a beach ball as you're taking the weights up. That's it, don't get too far over your head. If I gotta say, don't drop them on your head. And 4, and 5, and 6. That's it. Breathe. And 7. No grippies. 8. And easy with the fingers. And 9. And 10. And 11. And here comes 12. Okay. And then from there, we're gonna go into some single leg bridges. So you're gonna take a leg up to your ceiling, and you're gonna press up and lower back down. So get a little higher than me if you can, guys. Press the ceiling toes away. That's it. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. Let's just do 10. There's so many more other things we can do. And 9, and 10. Now leave that leg there, and just for fun, I would advise you to move that back leg or the bottom leg out a little bit more. And then we're gonna come into climb a tree. So now you're gonna roll forward, and you've got 3 chances to do that. And then 1, 2, and 3. Curl it up, walk up your leg, go 1, 2, 3, and roll down. 2, I just thought I'd throw that in there. And roll it up, 2, 3, and roll it down, 2, 3, and then change legs. So take the other leg up, here comes 10 of these guys, press up, and lower back down. and press up, and back down, good. And lift, that's it. And 5, or something like that, maybe it was 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, good. Maybe move that foot out a little bit, it usually helps. Take that leg a little bit more in a diagonal, here we go, curl it up, and go 1, 2, 3, and roll it back, 2, 3, roll it up, and go 1, 2, how you doing guys? And go 1, 2, there's only 3 of them, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and roll it down, 2, 3, and bring it down, maybe just take your knees to one side, and then switch your knee. We're gonna do one more little chest exercise. I'm probably gonna get in trouble with this because I'm probably gonna hit something. So from here, you might want one weight, both weights we've been doing this one, they overhead. So you're gonna take that weight over the head and then pull back. That's why it's called a pullover. And then take the arms over and pull up across the chest. And then going, that's too light. That's too light. And then up and over, so I can use about 2 weights. Watch it, you're not moving into an arch with the back. And then pull. That's why they call it a pullover. And 5. That's it. And 6. And 7, a little softness in the elbows. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Then we're going to go right into triceps. So make sure you have 2 weights for this one. And then my arms are going to go up to the ceiling. I'm going to drop the weights back to the side of my head. Skull crusher. And 2. So my points of my elbows are up toward the ceiling. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. That's it. And 7. It's kind of hard not to hang on this one. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And here comes 12. Good. We're going to take the weights down to your side. Now make sure you have enough room to take your arms over your head on this one. And I want you to get your feet into a parallel position. Now start that roll. Now as you roll, I want you to take the arms and they're going to come up and over your head. You're going to take an inhale and the exhale. Leave your arms where they are and roll away. So roll away. Now take the arms and then press the arms so the palms are down and then come back and then start rolling up. So take the arms up and over. Get to the top. Leave the arms there. Roll down to the spine. That's it. Your arms might not reach the ground. That's okay. And then bring the arms, curl the head, neck, and the shoulders up and back. Let's do that one more time. Peel off. So roll it up. That's it. Take an inhale at the top. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Roll it down. Oh, look where you are. Feel free to embellish, guys. Maybe you want to put your feet on the floor. Maybe you want to bring your arms up here. Guess what time it is? 100 time. Here we go. And 2, 3, 4, 10 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 20 and in. 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 40 and in. 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 50 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 60 and in. 2, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 70 and in. Remember, you can always support your head. 80 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 out. 2, 3, 4, 90 and out. 2, 3, 4, 100 and roll and come all the way down. Maybe just shake out your head a little bit. Roll to the side. Out. And we're just going to go into some leg lifts. So you're going to take the feet together, support your head, And then you're gonna lift, it's have quite enough room, and lift the lower, guys. And lift and lower, so draw the inner line of that leg together, your feet are just slightly forward, and lift. I'm gonna count you through for that one. It's not working very well with my new hip. There's a big chunk of metals in the floor. That's it, and let's go 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1, and then just spin it around to the other side, take the legs slightly forward, make a little tent pole, make sure you're not rolling back, there we go, and lift, good, head is supported, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, that's it, and 7, if I had a pair of leg warmers, I'd wear them, and 8, I can only find 1, and 9, and 10, and 11, here comes 12. You're gonna roll onto your stomach, slide, make sure you have enough room, guys, and I don't, but there you go. So my thumbs are gonna be up toward the ceiling, and then just head is gonna float off to your mat, and then just go into a rousing rendition of alternating arm and leg. That's it, keep the abs pulled up. That's it, nice straight legs. That's it. And let's do maybe 4. I haven't got much room here. And 3, and 2, and last 1. Slide your hands to the side of your shoulders. Maybe take your legs a little bit wider, and then just move into a little bit of extension. Take an inhale up, and then exhale and articulate down. So go higher than I can, guys. Reach out from the crown of your head, elongate through the crown of your head. Take an inhale, and then exhale to articulate all the way back down. Let's go again, reach from the top of your head. Take an inhale, float effortlessly up, and exhale to come down. And one more time. And take an inhale, abs are in. And then exhale as you come back down. You probably can keep your arms right where they are. Tuck your toes up. Tuck your elbows into your sides. Here we go. Give it, and bring it up. How'd that work out? Good? That's it. Now hold it there. Hold it into your plank. Remember, your option is always to go down onto your forearms. See if you can hold it there. And then maybe take a knee in. And an alternating knee. And alternating. Good. Claw your hands a little bit on the mat. It really helps. That's it. And then let's take a little side. So I'm lifting out to the side, and out. And out. Good. Let's do 4. How are we doing? And go 4. Nobody can see you. And 3. And 2. And last 1. And then just walk either your hands forward, your feet up, however you can make that happen. See if you can come into some kind of dog, and then just alternate through the feet and stretch out your calves. That's it. And then come up on both heels, and then lure back down, get long, and curl it up. So round up, so you can come over a little bit more over your hands, lengthen out to the heels, round it up, scoop it up, and back down, and let's go one more time. Round it up, and bring it back, lower down to the knees, sit back into your child's pose. Maybe it's a wide leg, maybe it's narrow, bring your forehead to the mat if you can. And then just bring yourself back to hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And just do a few little cat cows. That's it from here, and just round it up. So exhale, and then inhale. Then I want you to take your hands a little bit forward, and then we're going to go into a little bit of jar. So tuck your toes, and I want you to take your butt back. That's a little, and then I come forward and I change, and I go, that's it. Now I'm going to curl, and I'm going to curl it back. I'm going to come forward, and then I'm going to arc it back. It works better if you don't have running shoes on this one. and then round it back. So curl it back. See if you can take the hands off now. Bring the hands back down, and then arc through the spine. Lift your chest forward and round. And see if you can go back so that you can take your hands off. Take your hands back, and then arc, 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 arc. We're gonna take your tailbone back, and one more time. And then curl it back. Curl it. So you can take the hands off and bring it back. And then maybe sit back again. And then we'll just do a little bit of stretches. A little bit of stretching. So that was Geratonic's version of cat-cow. And then come onto your mat, grab your band if you have it close to you. And let's just go in. So take that band onto the bottom of your foot. Oops, this is the one I broke the other day. And then let's just move in toward that hamstring stretch. You don't have to have your band, you can use your hand in the back of your head, flex your foot, and draw that leg in. Maybe you want to extend that bottom leg, up to you. The nice part about having the band though is now I can take that leg across the midline of the body a little bit and hang on to the band. And then take that leg across. So what use the other leg as a little bit of a ballast and open up that leg to your side. It should look pretty familiar. And then let's just take that leg back. I'm going to release it, cross that leg over, and then maybe transfer. I'm just going to use the band because I happen to have it. So think about pressing that leg out a little bit. Flex your feet. And then let's switch running to your other side. So now band into your foot. Oh darn, I forgot to maybe you have time. I think we can do it, guys. I did that quarantine workout last night, and I found a few things don't work that well. Roll downs really don't work that well while you're hanging onto a martini glass. And then take that leg across. I ended up dumping the whole thing on my all over my shirt. So I wouldn't recommend that. But it was better that I didn't use red wine. That would have been really bad on a carpet. And then take it across the other side. And then cross over in your core. And then maybe use your hands. Maybe we can just do it for a grand finale. I'll show you how it goes. And then just extend the legs up, flex your feet, take an inhale, and then exhale to curl all the way up. So if you want to try it on your own tonight, I'll just pretend the weight is my martini glass. I think maybe a wine glass would work better. But anyway, you're going to start from here. So this is the martini glass, and then you're just going to curl it back, and then you switch without spilling it, and then you come up. So you can do this if you can. You got the martini glass, and switch it up. That's it. And then you can do things like reach to the side, have a drink, and back, and then you go to the other side and have a drink, and back. Go one more on each side, and back. Here we go, and have a drink. I dare you to try it. We're really wrong, guys, was with the roll down, because it's really hard not to tip the glass over your head. But let's just finish with the roll down for a grand finale. So set the shoulder blades, take an inhale. So you can kind of figure out where we're wrong, right about here. Because you have to reverse your grip in order to lift the martini glass over your head, and then curl. That's it. Hold and pause, and then roll it all the way up. Lengthen through your spine. Grab onto some chunk of your anatomy, and then take a little stretch. So you can try it at home. I recommend using water. You don't want to waste a good drink. And then we'll space forward, take a little lateral stretch. So get out and enjoy the sun this weekend. Just don't come to White Rock. We don't want you. Anyway, there's no parking, so there's nowhere to go. And then up and over. And back, good, and interlace the hands behind you, lift the chest up, open up the shoulders. And then just roll the shoulders. Take the ear to the shoulder. Maybe look up just a little bit. Ah, it's the EB. And then the other side. And then look up a little bit. And happy Easter, guys.